What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade, basketball analysis Coming to y'all with a quick playoff prediction. We're going to talk about my guy, Kawhi Leonard, versus the new generation, the future of the NBA, possibly, if he can stay healthy. Luka Doncic and his dynamic partner, Kristaps Porzingis, taking on Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. This is going to be a fun series. Um, the Clippers was a team that has been very inconsistent with their play. One minute they look like an elite team that nobody can beat, and another minute they look like a predictable team that doesn't really have too much going for them on the offensive end. Sometimes they look like a team that can blow you out at any second. Next minute they look like they can be beat by anybody, and that's been the story of the Clippers. If I had to be honest, the Clippers still do look like the best team in the NBA when they're healthy and everybody's playing. And that's why a lot of people got them as the favorite to win the title. Not only do they have Doc Rivers, a championship coach, they have a finals MVP in the last year champion Kawhi Leonard, who showed that he can do whatever needs to be done on both ends of the court to ensure his team can win. And with guys like Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, Paul George, and the list go on and on and on, they're going to be a dangerous team and tough for anybody to beat. The thing that makes the Clippers the toughest team to beat is the fact that you got to beat them 4 times. Anybody can beat the Clippers one game. You might get hot a second game. But the only way you putting this team out is if you beat them 4 times. And that's what I'm here for today, is to talk about a guy that has already defied the odds, a guy that a lot of people felt couldn't get that much better, a guy that won Rookie of the Year like everybody thought, came back and had a explosive MVP caliber season for the Dallas Mavericks, getting them back into the playoffs, getting them as one of the best offensive teams in NBA history, and just allowing them to just play free. Rick Carlisle installed that, and everybody knows when to be at, where to shoot. Everybody's confident. Everybody gets to shoot. Everybody gets the opportunity to shine, and that's just a good thing of a young team and a team with a franchise player like Luka. The biggest problem with the Mavericks is I don't see them being able to defend enough to win close and just to beat the Clippers enough to win this series. So to be honest, I have the Mavericks losing this series. They're a team that is very fun to watch, very up and down, tough to guard, especially when Luka is knocking down shots, because that allows him to facilitate and allow his teammates to get open and easy opportunities, especially from the 3-point line. Not only that, Porzingis has looked a little bit better. He's letting it fly a little bit more. He's getting more touches near the basket. His face-up game, he's utilizing that more, especially on switches. And he just looks a lot more relaxed, a lot more comfortable. And it looks like him and Luka are playing off each other a lot better than what I thought, especially the beginning in the first half of the season. And when Luka went down, Porzingis looked his best. Luka looked his best because the offense is basically Luka. And I think that they have really found a way to get the best out of this roster. I never thought the Mavericks roster coming into this year was that great. I never looked at them as an elite team, and they have shown that they are a good team. They're a great team, if that, and they have pretty much earned a lot of respect from everybody around the league, including me. And they have instantly become one of the must-watch teams in the NBA because of Luka and Porzingis. But when you're trying to win games against great teams, you have to be able to get stops. I know that they can score with anybody. They can put a lot of pressure on you because they can put shots up from everywhere. And if they get going, they're hard to stop and slow down. But the Clippers have guys with a lot of swagger, guys with a lot of bravado. This is a team that they like to talk. They like to get in you. They like to push you. They like to move you. They like to go at you. They like to embarrass you sometimes too, like Lou Williams and Paul George. And I just don't see a world where the Mavericks can defend 48 minutes while still executing and not turning the ball over and taking quality shots. It's going to take a lot of maturity. It's going to take a lot of consistency to beat a team like the Clippers in a 7-game series. And I just haven't seen that for the Mavericks. They have gave up so many points. They have allowed themselves to lose games because of their shot selection and their turnover ability and the fact that they take a lot of tough shots. It's good when they're going down, but when you're trying to get the best shot available so you can close out a game, The Mavericks sometimes don't do that. And that's one of the biggest reasons why they have the record in the position that they're in. They came in as a 7 seed and they ended as a 7 seed. And a lot of the games they won and lost, they got obliterated defensively. And you just can't do that against a team that's more talented than you and they have the best player. Usually, if you have the best player, you win the series. Kawhi Leonard, in my personal opinion, is the best player in this series. But not only that, you looking at a team that actually can guard and defend and switch everything on this team. And I know that Luka is a great offensive player. I know Porzingis and them going to get their numbers. But when the Clippers are locked in and focused, they're just another level. They can literally play at another level that I don't believe and I haven't seen the Dallas Mavericks play at throughout this entire season in seeding games. It just hasn't happened. And that's why they have the record that they do. But I think this is a series that we want to see because we know it's going to be entertaining, and we all want to see what Luka is going to do in his first playoff series, as he has lived up to the hype pretty much day one that he's been in the NBA to now. And now we have higher expectations of him in the Mavericks because how well they have played and how well he has played. But at the same time, we have to be realistic and honest with ourselves. The Clippers are the better team. I don't have to really go crazy and break down crazy like I usually do. It's just facts that this team is not going to be able to defend enough to win 4 games against the Clippers. This team, can they execute enough, especially in the fourth quarter, to win those close games? Can they get the stops? Can they get the steals, the blocks, the rebounds that cost the Clippers to be punished for the mistakes and the things they make? I don't see it happening 4 games. And I know that a lot of people are high and riding with the Mavericks right now. And I don't blame them because they have shown that they can be very tough to beat. But I just don't see the Mavericks team having enough to beat the Clippers in this series. I especially want to see guys like Zubac, guys like Patrick Beverly. I want to see what type of defense and how they're going to be used throughout this series because you know Luka's going to want to have the one-on-one advantage, and Porzingis, if you switch, he's going to have an advantage, and they can space out the floor, and Luka's going to run to the paint. He's going to put a lot of pressure and make the defense pick their poison, and he's going to torch them as best as he can. But the Clippers are a team that can go small. Clippers are a team that can go big. And that's the advantage for them. And on top of that, they have enough guys that can stay with Luka on a perimeter without having to switch or double team and guard him and be confident with that defensively one-on-one. And I don't think it's too many players that can stop Luka. But Luka hasn't been a high efficient player. He is a high turnover player. He is a high usage player. And it can wear down on you when you got a team coming at you 48 minutes and you have to continue to make all the plays and all of the decisions throughout the entire series while they're still coming at you because they're going to go at Luka because they have some of the best wings in the game and some of the best guards in the game offensively. Plus, they have their pick and roll game with Lou and Montrez that can really put a loop in on Porzingis, and his defense has been bad in pick and roll against guards that can shoot and punish him for being too slow and not being able to get out. And Lou Williams and guys can do that. And then you look at Paul George. He has looked good so far. He has looked like an all-star. He has looked like he's hungry. A lot of people question it, and I don't blame him because we haven't seen it. But this is Paul George's best chance to win the title. This is the guy that he wanted to leave Russ for. And you back that up with play. And I feel like he has been playing outstanding in these seeding games especially. And I really want to see what he can do throughout a 7 game series where they're going to need him to guard Luka. They're going to need him to do multiple things. And a lot of guys are questioning him and really want to see what he can do. And he has to back it up. And he is a guy that has been one of my favorite players in the league. I always have respect for him. And I'm not doubting him. That's just what the media and the people feel about him. And I really want to see what happens with this series. I got Clippers in 6. I think Porzingis and them can get hot. I think that they can make some outstanding plays and stretch the series a little long. But I don't see it going longer than that just because when the Clippers are engaged and locked in and healthy, they're the best team in the NBA. And you're going to need more than a duo to beat them 4 games. You're going to need more than a duo to beat them in 3 games. And you can make an argument that the Clippers duo, honestly, is better than theirs. Plus, they have the better coach, in my personal opinion. And on top of that, they got the better roster and better talent, more lineups, more versatility. They can go any way they want to guard the Mavericks, and the Mavericks are dependent on Luka. Depending on how efficient and how great Luka is offensively, that's as far as the Mavericks going to go. I love Porzingis, but this team lives and breathes with Luka. He makes every play, every decision for them. And if he can't get hot, and if he gets slowed down, or if he has a bad shooting game, they only can lose 4 games. And if he has a couple of those games, it's going to be quicker to put them out. So there's a lot of pressure on Luka. He has delivered in pressure. He has delivered when it comes to hype. But this is a different league. This is a different ballpark when it comes to the playoffs. And now you're only playing against the best teams left, the best teams in the NBA, especially because he's in the West. And I feel like he's going to play well, but I don't know if he can play well enough to beat this team 3 times or 4 times. So I got the Clippers. I'm not going to say anything crazy because the Clippers have been that good. The Clippers are the better team, and the Clippers have the better players all around. So this series is going to be fun to watch. It's going to be much watched because it's Luka versus Kawhi Leonard, basically, and Porzingis and Paul George. And other than that, the favorite is the Clippers. I'm going with the Clippers on this one. So if you want to watch my other playoff predictions, which I'll be putting up later today and later this week as the week continues to go, you can check out my channel. I got plenty of videos, over 1,000. New to the channel, I do make videos every single day. I try to for you guys and the people that's hungry and need this knowledge for them every day for basketball. I got you covered as I do have variety type of videos, whether it's discussions, playoff prediction just like this, free agency trade deadline. Not only that, I also do cover top 10 lists, summer league breakdowns for my players and legends and even the rookies. So if you're new to the channel or you never seen it before, check out my older videos. And if you like this video, you like my older videos, why not subscribe, become part of the family? I do ask you guys to like my Facebook page. Thanks for everybody that likes my Facebook page. I also ask you guys to check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description comment section below for both. Not only that, I do ask you guys to like and share. If you like this video and you enjoyed it, liking and sharing allows the channel to grow. The more it grows, the better for me. That's a small thing. I ask you guys for loving the content that I make, and shout out to the people that already do it without me asking. Other than that, Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, I'm signing out. I do read every comment, so if you disagree with me, you agree with me, or you just want to tell me what you think, I do read every comment, so feel free to leave them. I'm gone with the next video.